Laura. All right, so today what I would like you to do is to locate this. I probably haven't used it in a little while. You might have it right up on your wall. I'm not really sure, but I know I sent you one. If you need another one, let me know immediately and I will send you one. We're going to refamiliarize ourselves with some of these more, they're, I wouldn't say unusual sounds because they're definitely usual. We see sounds like ah and oi in words all the time, and sounds like sh and ch all the time, which are things that we're going to focus on today. And so I want you to get this out, and this is going to be great for you to point, say the sound, point, say the sound, point, say the sound, and practice maybe daily until we are fluent with all of these extra sound patterns that we have in here. Very quickly, I'm going to give you a quick review because I want you to be able to go back to this video and listen to it and watch it again and again so you can get fluent. So the first time I go through these cards, I'm going to kind of remind you of the little story of why the letter says this, the letters together say the sounds that they do, and then I'm going to just flash them at you and you're going to tell me the sounds, okay? And you can record yourself doing this, practicing as one of your fluency activities. You know, I usually ask you to do a fluency activity every day, at least one, whether it's writing, handwriting, or saying your sounds, or doing your fill it up with your numbers. So that's really important. So this is the sound or, because the grumpy dog was about to bite the baby, and then he said, it is a baby, so I'm going to bite her or not, right? Or. So O-R says or. He's trying to decide, should I bite her or not? The doggy's pretty grumpy. Because in this one, we know he's a grumpy doggy, and he wants to be a vowel like A, E, I, O, U. He thinks the vowels are so cool because they get two sounds. They get a, I, o, and they also get to say their names in words A, E, I, O, U. So when R gets next to A in any word besides your name, actually, which because you're Kara. But if you were following the pattern of the AR, with R controlling the sound, your name would actually be pronounced Kara, which a lot of people who have the name Kara spell it also C-A-R-A, Kara. So R actually does bite A and takes her sound, and he goes, R. So just for that little moment, in words like car, star, throw the ball very far, A is always in front of the R, and R is saying his name. So he gets to be a vowel for a moment when he's with A. The U is pulling the baby's hair. When somebody's pulling your hair, what is it that they normally say? Ow! So O and U says ow. Again, now it's the wheelchair, the W, pulling the baby's hair. Says the same sound as OU, but this time it's OW. Ow! Okay. This is just the dog annoyed with the toddler. The toddler's always going, And we all know toddlers can be annoying sometimes. They get into everything. They put everything in their mouth. They pull the dog's hair. They pull tails. So he just says, That's it. So when you see U next to R, it's Oi! Right? Oi! The baby wants to play basketball, right? But it's a girls' team. I mean, it's a boys' team. Sorry. It's a boys' team. And the I asked the baby, well, I don't know. You're a girl, right? Or are you a boy? And she goes, oi, I ain't no boy, right? Because boy and oi, right? So, oi, oi, I ain't no boy. So that's the sound oi when O gets next to the basketball player. Now this one is the W, the wheelchair, next to the kind of stinky rotten apple, right? Apples go bad, right? And so he's hungry and he's going to go take a bite of that poor apple. And instead he gets a whiff of it and he goes, oh, that smells awful. So A next to W says aw, just like O, baby O. Like when we see the baby O, we go aw. Well, same sound, different letters. I know, it's annoying. Aw. If I put an S here, that would say saw, like I'm sawing some wood, or I saw you yesterday. AW. Oh, here's another one. Now the baby wants to join the boys' ski team, right? And the skier says, are you a boy? And what does she say? Oi, I ain't no boy, right? So again, just like O-I, when O is next to Y, says oi. All right. We know this one pretty well, right? This is when H is finally sticking up for herself because T is blowing cold air on her. And before she's kind of crying and she's cold. But with this one, she's saying, and sticking her tongue out and going back. Like the word the. Okay. Or in the word weather. Ready? Weather. Hear that th in the middle of weather? Mm-hmm. Oh. Right? Whether the H is there or not, W says w. Right? Doesn't matter. This time they're just going, the H decides to grab onto the wheelchair and starts pulling him around. And the W is saying, where are we going? Why is this happening? Right? When will it stop? So WH shows up in front of those words. Where, when, why. Okay? I don't even need to tell you the story. No sound, just air. Stick the tongue out. Thing. Think. Okay? Thursday. Oh, poor H again. And S is going, shh, it's okay. Shh, don't cry. Shh. S is being a nice, kind friend. So when S gets next to H, you have to remember that S is really consoling H and saying, shh. And CH. CH, we love CH. H is always getting into some kind of somebody's either pushing her or yelling at her or making her cry or sitting on her. But this time C comes along and say, hey, you want to go on my choo-choo train? So CH says like chip, like church, like chowder. Okay? All right, so now I just reviewed those with you. Oh, there's another one. This is another awful. The baby wants to take a bite of the apple, and the apple doesn't smell or taste good. So he goes, oh, that tastes awful, just like the AW. All right, so quickly, aw. And this is the point in the video when you're practicing the fluency. You go to this point, and I'll review these to you quickly, and then you'll do it by yourself. Aw. Shh. Ch. W. Oi! Ah. Oi! Ow! Ow! R. Or. Okay. Let's do that one more time. Ready? You're going to do it with me, and then you're going to do it by yourself. I'm mixing them up so they're not in the same order. All right, here we go. R. Oi. Ch. Ah. Or. Ah. Shh. Oi. Ow. Ow. Okay, now you're going to do it by yourself. And then do it by yourself again. Just rewind and do it again. Okay, here we go. How'd you do? Pretty good. Okay, so get this out. Practice your regular sounds and your more they're not unusual. They're just different. They're different sounds, okay? And then I want you to get this out because this lovely little thing has all of those sounds in it. So what you will do is you will get a highlighter or a marker, right? And you're going to go ch, sh, th, w. Color in a smiley face. Do it again. Sh, oop, ch, sh, th, w. Color in another smiley face. Ch, sh, th, w. Color in your last smiley face. Okay? So you say them 3 times. Every single time you do it, you color in a smiley face. Do it again, color in a smiley face. Okay? Do like 2 rows or something a day, right? And you will notice that as you go through the book, ooh, here's some of those other sounds. Ow, aw, oi, ow again, but different ow, right? Ah, oi, ah, ow. All right. The only one that's in here, well, there's 2, I believe, that are in here that are not in my cards. It's this one, PH. PH says the F sound. I don't know why it's not in here. It's kind of weird that it's not. But PH says okay? And CK just says k. Instead of going k, k, they decided to just put the C and the K together and just make it one k sound. So it's not k, k. It's just one k. All right, so remember that PH is bite your lip and blow. And CK is just k. All right? And I think that's the only other unusual ones. Yep. Yep. ER and IR, they're both We have R, we have or. I don't know why IR and ER weren't in my pile. But again, it's just, oh, here they are. It's just the grumpy dog getting annoyed by the basketball player constantly bouncing the ball. So he says, okay? And ER is the same thing. He's annoyed with the sound. So the dog growls at him and says, So they're all or, R. Okay? Those are the 5 sounds with R in it. Practice those. Record yourself doing it so I can see how you're doing it. And work on your writing today because we're going to work on our writing again tomorrow. And we're going to check our vernal pools again tomorrow because we really don't want to miss the hatching. I hope you saw all the pictures because those are awesome. And that should do it. You're doing great. Okay? I can't wait to see your writing. I haven't seen your new writing yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. All right. Have fun.